So you're on the ballot.
Yes.
How's campaigning going for you so far? Like, what are you hearing? What are you hearing from people as you go out and canvass? Do you find that there is an appetite for a progressive candidate like yourself? Like, what's the vibe,
Oh yeah,
especially in
absolutely.
Georgia?
Absolutely. Well, Georgia gets a misrepresentation. My dog is doing something. One of them is doing something weird. He is very non-food motivated, poor dog.
Mm,
And so he's resource guarding, which is crazy because if you just ate the food, you wouldn't have to worry about the other ones. Um, but I think people overall are itching for someone progressive. I'd venture to say that I'm the most progressive, if not the only progressive candidate on my ballot.
mhm.
Um, I am, as you know from my content, I'm very assertive. I'm just going to say the things,
Yeah.
no matter how uncomfortable it makes someone. Um, and I think that's really appreciated right now.
Hmm.
And I personally think holding tongues and purity politics is part of what got us into this mess.
Absolutely.
Um, yeah, like, I tell Donald Trump to his face he's an orange demon, and I wouldn't think twice about it. You know,
Uh-huh.
like it's just this level of we can't say this or we can't do that. We can't. No, no, no. People are losing their lives. I
Hmm.
live less than 2 miles away from a proposed detention center. DHS actually bought it. It was listed for $8 million. They bought it for 68 million. It's less than
Why
two,
is that happening? There's all these detention centers
and they're
that have a
overpaying.
list price and there has to be a slush fund somewhere, Bree. There has to
Yes,
be.
there has to be. It does not make any sense. But oh yeah, but I tell people all the time, I would exactly tell any member of this administration exactly what I thought about them
Hmm.
and what they're doing to the American people and our government. And I think more of that is what's needed
Yeah.
because the right has no issue telling us exactly what it is they think.
You are already on the ballot. So right now, I'm sure you're just campaigning constantly. Um, do you feel like Georgia is ready for a progressive candidate?
Um, yeah, I think we are. Um, you look at especially on our state level representation who we have, even federal, like we have Ossoff, we have Senator Warnock.
Yeah.
I wouldn't necessarily consider them fully progressive, but the Democrats were here, we're around,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
And you look at elected state reps like Ruha Ramam, who was the first Palestinian woman to be elected to the Georgia State House Reps. Um, the coolest thing ever was when I went to go qualify for the ballot. I was leaving the state capitol building and I'm crossing the street with my social media manager and I hear my name and I look up and it's my state rep, Rua, recognized me from the internet. She's like,
Oh
"Hi,
my
Bree, you're
gosh.
right." She said, "Hi, Bree, you're awesome." I was like, "Oh my gosh, thank
That's
you."
so
It,
rewarding.
it really was. And we have individuals like Rua. Um, we have what is his name? Oh, his name is escaping me. I'll think of it in a minute.
Hmm.
But he is the youngest in the state to hold a state seat. I think he's 22,
Wow. That's
21,
really young.
22, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Very, very young. He might be 23, but he's very, very young. So the state is is getting back to its purple roots, I feel like.
Right. Right. That's great. I'm glad to hear
Yeah.
that.
Oh yeah. And
Um,
just recently, the Democrats flipped a seat here locally that hasn't been held by a Democrat in over 20 years, and plus a black woman flipped it. So
hmm.
we're
Love it.
making our waves.